Somewhere deep inside, a part of you already understands how change happens. It starts small, a twitch of curiosity, a new thought drifting across the surface of what used to be certain. Because people fear the unfamiliar, right? But the funny thing about unfamiliar is, it only stays that way until you've touched it twice. Think about the first time you heard your own voice recorded. It sounded strange, like someone else wearing your skin. Then you heard it again and again, and now it's just your voice. That's all transformation ever is. Repetition until recognition. Now imagine your life 6 months from now, same world, different you. Because something about this moment, these words, these ideas, begins to turn a wheel in the back of your mind. And that wheel keeps turning quietly, even when you're doing the laundry or scrolling your phone. Because learning, real learning, happens naturally. The unconscious loves efficiency. When it finds a smoother route, it keeps it. You've been both the scared child and the steady hand. You know what it feels like to want someone to hold the bicycle until balance remembers itself. You've done that for others, haven't you? Maybe not with a bike, maybe with a story or a smile or silence that said, I see you. That's healing in disguise. And it grows stronger every time you translate fear into familiarity. Every time you say, let me show you the map. Even when the map is still sketching itself. Because your nervous system knows something. Safety isn't the absence of the unknown, it's the presence of connection. When you walk beside someone, the brain mirrors yours. That's neuroscience, not magic. Though sometimes they're the same thing. So zoom out for a moment. What's the bigger game here? Maybe it's evolution itself. Like trying to become more conscious of itself through you. Every time you face the unfamiliar, you stretch the boundary of what humanity can understand. You're like a frontier neuron exploring new synapses for the collective brain. Imagine the ripple effect of that. How one small act of courage, one reframed fear, it can echo through generations, like DNA remembering hope. And if you didn't act on it, if you stayed small, safe, confined, the echo still happens. But it's the sound of potential never sung. That's the only real tragedy. Songs unsung, stories untold. Let's project forward. You start noticing the unfamiliar. Not as a threat, but as a clue. A doorway. You lean in. You ask, what gift are you hiding? And life begins to respond differently. Opportunities that used to intimidate you start looking like invitations. People who once triggered you become teachers. You find yourself laughing more. Not because everything's easy, because it all is finally making sense. Now imagine the opposite timeline. The one where you ignore this calling. Years pass. The same patterns loop like an old record. You still grow, but slowly, painfully, through crisis instead of curiosity. That's the karmic feedback loop. Resistance turns life into a strict teacher. Curiosity turns it into a dance partner. And just like that, the unfamiliar becomes your training ground. Every I don't know becomes, am I learning? Every fear a flashlight. every failure data. Because it's not that you can't, it's that you haven't yet. And yet, it's the most powerful spell in the English language. It keeps the door open. It tells your brain, keep wiring, keep firing, keep flowing. And your unconscious nods. Oh, it says, we can do that. And it does. Because what's rehearsed becomes familiar. And what's familiar becomes easy. And what's easy becomes who you are. So as you breathe now, maybe some part of you is already testing these pathways. Maybe you can almost see new confidence fit into old fears, like light through stained glass. Or feel somewhere in your chest that warm click of recognition. All right, I've been the healer all along. You make the unfamiliar familiar. You paint pictures that people can step into. You hold their story until they can hold it themselves. And one day, they'll do it for someone else. And the ripple continues and the world learns. Because you decide. And the most beautiful part, you don't even have to force it. Your unconscious loves efficiency. It keeps what works. It's keeping this.